Good afternoon. My name is Ed Merrick. I wanted to welcome you to a brief review of some of the tools available to help you prioritize protection needs and recovery actions from the coronavirus pandemic. I would encourage you to visit the Department of Homeland Security, CISA.gov site and publication providing guidance on what constitutes critical infrastructure in the workforce. Um, Typically, in a petroleum and chemical plant or refinery, the plant manager is bombarded on a daily basis with numerous issues: safety, environmental engineering, maintenance, and he may even have a plugged toilet occasionally. Now, today, he's been dealing with the coronavirus for quite a while. Well, almost a month now. The memorandum that I referenced initially was paraphrased here from the DHS-CISA website. It had been developed in consultation with numerous federal agencies, partners, and experts. And I basically paraphrased it here. It defines what and how companies should be identifying critical infrastructure and putting into place a plan to deal with the coronavirus problem. This is a broad, probably overly inclusive list of essential critical infrastructure. It includes communications, chemical, refining, food and agriculture, financial, nuclear reactors, waste, water, etc., etc. All this again can be found on the CISA website. I won't go into details here. If you want to request a copy of this presentation after the review, I can send you a copy of that. Just email me at eamerick, MERRICK, at theaugustusgroup.com. These are some of the pertinent areas that we as consultants and personnel working in the refining and chemical industry need to be concerned about. Critical manufacturing, and these are definitions off the website: hazardous materials, chemical. So now we've got the corona pandemic on our list. DHS, OSHA, EPA, and other government guidelines have and restrictions have been issued for business as normal, which is not any longer. We have to implement guidance. We have to implement guidelines and procedures to protect our workers from the coronavirus. My suggestion, and I think it's probably is embedded in the guidelines by the DHS, is that you eliminate any non-essential work. DHS basically says that non-essential staff should be sent home on leave, laid off, or told to work from home. It remains to be seen, but from what I'm hearing, a lot of inspection and maintenance activities are being put on hold or suspended indefinitely. So what do we do to resume normal operations once the pandemic is over? My suggestion is we identify hazards of work on a catch-up list, involve our key management personnel, we prioritize, and to do that, we can conduct a risk review, and I'll touch on that briefly, and then we take action to make sure that we can recover quickly, safely, and ensure profitable operations in the future. Now you've got the time during this lull where some of your people may be at home, and they could develop a plan for identifying the challenges, the risks, the activities that you face going forward. Develop and agree on a risk matrix if you don't already have one, and then populate that risk matrix and identify future actions associated with not only ongoing operations, but future operations. And all of this could be done in conjunction with a process hazard analysis that could be conducted long distance. So we're either continuing to operate or we're shut down, and we've got to catch up on restart, and a risk prioritization of future actions could be extremely valuable to focus our efforts. We want to involve maintenance, inspection, and operations and engineering in these reviews. Certainly the CMMS should be reviewed to identify any overdue activities. Management at each level could brainstorm to identify other needed actions. And then finally, a qualitative review of the risks that have been identified to prioritize and schedule actions into the future. Now, many of you companies have an existing internal risk matrix. There are 5x5, 6x6s, and even a 3x3 matrix. In my personal experience in the past, a 3x3 matrix is probably the easiest to use because it's easiest to make a decision between high, medium, and low. And you as well can get enough definition on helping you to prioritize high, medium, medium high, medium low, and low risk actions for the future. On the bottom right hand side, you'll see a risk matrix that a friend of mine had used for years at one company. And you can, with a little bit of imagination, you could apply this to not only the risks associated with the corona pandemic, but also to the risks associated with not performing the tasks, the inspection tasks you delayed, the maintenance tasks that you might have delayed based on the need to prioritize. So the important thing is that we take action. And basically today in this pandemic environment, I think each of us should be asking ourselves, what can we do to make a difference to help others, not only at the facility we work at, but at the in our neighborhoods? And how can we assure a safe, reliable working environment going forward for employees in the community? Thank you for your time. Again, if you've got any questions, you want to discuss the use and application of this qualitative risk tool, you can reach me at 281-537-6860 or email me at eamerick, MERRICK, at theaugustusgroup.com. Thank you for your time, and have a safe journey as each of us navigate this horrible pandemic that we're going through.